Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 2 of the Cetusian Imperium, which originally streamed live on Twitch. So I'm not going to get a shipyard in Wa in Small Street for faster repair and reinforcement because I'd rather spend all of my alloys on ships. I don't want to spend any right now on non-ships. No love for the bots? No. Bots don't get things named after them. So here's an Alpine World, and we'll just keep surveying. Even though I'm deep in their space, I intend to basically knock these guys out very early on. Oh, they sent a big fleet, so I'm going to retreat. Because this is a fleet of 10, and I am going to need to roll out some ships to counteract that, because that is a much bigger fleet than I currently have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my policy. I'm going to go to policies and do militarized economy, which allows me to manufacture a little bit more alloys. And then in my population, okay, I do have every single person that can be working as a metallurgist working as a metallurgist. So they have 10 ships. I only have 6 ships, but I have a few additional on the way. My fleet is going to be missing in action for about a month. I had them retreat. And then there's a possibility now of them pushing against this area here. So, although I did say that I want to invest all of my alloys in ships, I might want to get a starport here if possible. Just because I think that they're going to come that way. Will this be on YouTube? Yeah, it'll air on YouTube. Alright, so here are some backup ships that will be merged into the primary fleet. Now, I didn't get shot by these guys, so I still don't really know what kind of weapons they have. But what I can do is... Oh, there's gamma aliens. Okay. Oh, yeah. They're probably... Yeah, the gamma aliens are not an empire. They're just NPCs that are guarding this black hole. No problem there. Well, this Cold War just turned hot. It looks like they turned back around to Themel, so I'm going to invest my alloys in ships.
Ever stronger.
And then wait for Sky Greystorm's fleet to repair, and then head back to Tau Ceti. I want to blow up Tau Ceti if I can. And if I have to do guerrilla hit-and-run tactics, that's fine. And as you see, I'm ignoring these worlds because these are not part of the choke point. I'm just trying to travel down this choke point as fast as I can. So they are sending a construction ship back to Tau Ceti to set up a mining or research outpost that I blew up. Oh well, sucks to be them.
Space charts updated.
And Brink is fully surveyed. The Sky Greystorm will pop back into existence in about 5 months' time. Yeah, they're probably the crystalline entities up there. That's generally what guards the black holes. You want me to go to the dig site? It needs to be part of my empire, annexed. And I'm still working on the influence required for that. Ooh, we found Zro, which is probably not going to be useful. Zro is a very rare resource that's mostly just useful for spiritualist psychics. Not so much the likes of me, a man of, or a species of science. I like those shark emotes, that's great. So while I wait for the influence, I'm just filling out Small Street for research and...
Anomalous space-time continuum ahead.
Let's continue to roll out the corvettes. I have a naval capacity of 20. I intend to use all 20 of it. What ascension path am I going to do? You guys are going to vote for that.
Research complete.
It's not for me to say. Next research. Well, since I am in a bit of a war, I'm deciding that coil guns might be the best approach. But my researcher is not someone that knows how to do coil gun research well, so I'm going to move Randall Thor down to the engineering research so I get coil guns quick, and then I'm going to fill in... I'm basically shuffling people around here. So this is statecraft. I don't have any statecraft specialties, so Spicy Jazz is going to come into the societal researcher, and then the ship that was Spicy Jazz is going to be
A system has been charted.
you know, shuffle them all around so they're all doing what they do best. And yes, your research leaders can teleport. It's cool. It's cool stuff. I'm selling off all of my resources to be able to reinvest in alloys. Another thing I might be able to do is, if I go to my homeworld, is to build additional industrial districts for more metallurgists to make more alloys. So that's going to be a next investment. Would you kindly watch? Thanks for a gift, and cheers. Should I call you Mike? There are different engine types. There's really just 2 engine types. But there are different engine types in this game, yes. Alright, tradition. Let's do research station output increase. I'm just going to complete the discovery tree and then have you vote on the next one. Although I will say that there's a bit of an advantage if I mix and match and add supremacy next. Oh, we found the blur in Pigma. Okay. We're making a little bit of advancement trying to figure out who the gamma aliens are. These guys? The beta aliens, we haven't really made any advancement at all, which is kind of funny. Sky Greystorm is back. So here's the fleet, and I'm merging them into 11. But since they had 10 ships just a few months ago, I'm probably going to need more than 11. I'm just going to need to continually invest and expand. So I'm impoverishing myself in all but alloys, reinvesting everything into alloys to try to add as many ships as I can. The Determined Exterminators, if these guys are indeed Determined Exterminators, have a huge advantage initially because they get to make ships more cheaply, and I'm also on Commodore difficulty, so Commodore difficulty gives the AI a bit of an advantage as well. So Commodore gives the AI, let me read it off. 50% additional resources from jobs and stations, 30% additional naval capacity, minus 20% ship upkeep, minus 20% starbase shipyard cost, minus 50% resettlement cost, and plus 10 stability. They basically have a massive initial advantages over me. Oh, and the treachery of the beta aliens. A covert force intercepted one of our cargo vessels in Small Street and seized it. Bastards. So for beta aliens, I am going to must find out their secrets. We will attempt to hack into their databases. Oh, great. They're exterminating butterflies. That is, that's ridiculous. Freaking Mothman prophecy up there. Alright, so Skya is, let me fix this, is fully repaired and ready to go. I might want to poke and prod to figure out, let me add a few more Corvettes, but I might want to poke and prod to figure out how big their fleets are now, trying to trigger their fleet to come to, oh, hey, they colonized something. Good. Well, I like blown up colonies, so cool. But yeah, I want to figure out how big their fleet is so that I know how much you know, to reinvest in my fleet. I think what I'm going to do is just keep investing in my fleet continually, because that's definitely the safe option.
Research complete.
Okay, research speed is done. So as much as I would like improved deflectors, I don't even have enough power on my ships to power that up. So instead, I'm going to do fusion reactor. But the problem with fusion reactor is it's a particles tech, and this is a computing researcher. So we got to shell game again. So now we have a maniacal researcher for a 5% bonus, and we're going to get fusion reactors to be able to power up our shields and lasers and all that. Hey, Byron, thanks for gifting out to Levin. Levy in Nerd, or Levy something, and Deku too. Cheers. I appreciate it, man. All right, let me update my goal here. So the current priority is stem the advance of the beta aliens. These beta aliens are always going to be hostile, so I'm going to want to stop them as well as I am able. I should also save up for the minerals to make an industrial district from war alloys. That would be pretty helpful here as well. So 186, a 450 total. And that gets me there.
Ever stronger.
So here we are, expanding to Lyridan. We're moving towards Brink. Lyridan's going to be renamed, so Lyridan, you are officially Deku. Oh, perfect. Not only did you get gifted a sub, but then immediately named after something. And then as soon as I have the, what is it, 75 influence, I'll get towards Brink, so that we can just set up a colony. I'm not going to colonize this tropical world, but this tropical world has titanic life. Oh man, that would be really useful in combat scenario, but oh well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Tremontaine, who is carefree, an anomaly researcher, start to research anomalies, start to double back on my own territory and unlock the mystery of these anomalies, because they can provide benefits. Alright, Skya, I'm going to have you head to Tau City.
Anomalous space-time continuum ahead.
And Joint, thanks for gifting out subs. To Mud Keyplex, and Cybermen Senior.
Space charts up.
Sure, I butchered that. So as far as I could tell, there is not an empire in this cluster of stars here. So this might be a good way to expand. I'll have to expand linearly. Unless I can win some fights here. And I'm trying to save up to be able to do that. Oh boy. So something tells me that Cowley and Sky Greystorm fleet won't be enough if they show up. And they have every reason to, because they're currently colonizing Lurg Nakorm. So that's going to be a bit of a fight. So here, this anomaly has created a 3 societal research station, potential station site at Mithra. Megahoof, thanks for even more gifted subs. And cheers. And Facepalm Therapy, thanks for the follow.
We grow ever stronger.
Oh, you know what? Stop. Don't build that yet. I want to wait until I have the industrial district. I'm using every last ounce of my resources, as you can see. Alright, so Skya is heading towards Tau City. And the progress towards figuring out who they are is ongoing, but at stage 4. So I don't think I'm going to have a full-fledged firefight with them, but we'll see.
We are being contacted by aliens.
So we did figure out who these guys are. These guys are the enigmatic energy aliens. So they are crystalline. But was a good guess. I like this song. Lacking 7 energy credits. You're killing me. You get income at the end of every month, so done. I'm trying to exploit all the resources that I have in my empire already, and I haven't really been doing that. So here's another precursor activity anomaly that was found here at Estora. How do I find the latest DLC? The latest DLC, I would say buy it if you have all the other DLCs, but you can definitely live without it. What it does is it adds in, ocean-based things, but it's not a must-have, in my opinion. It's fun. So one of the big things it adds is the hydrocentric ascension perk, which allows you to terraform to ocean more inexpensively. It allows you to expand ocean worlds up to 3 times, and then it unlocks a Deluge Colossus weapon, which drowns the planet and turns it into an ocean. So it's pretty cool, but it's not that big of a. It's not a huge feature unless you own all of the rest of the DLCs. In terms of the full DLC list, I'd put this above Necroids. Hold on, I have to look at the whole list. I would say it's better than Necroids. And better than Lithoids.
Intellectual booty.
It's probably the best species pack. I'll put it that way. It's the best species pack, but it's more or less just a species pack. So these guys are the Fanatical Purifiers, the Themlar Executioners, and I'm going to threaten them. We shall properly greet you in battles. I will respond. So they're fanatical xenophobic militarists. And we have completed first contact. So now that we have completed first contact, the Sky of Greystorm fleet can turn around because we're not at current war with them. But I'm going to declare them my rival, which gives me extra influence that I can use to expand. I also just got my societal research, and let's go with pop growth speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a spy network here with one of my envoys. Envoys are so not special that I don't even think you can rename your envoys. So the spy network is going to reveal information about them, so that I can know what I'm getting into with them. But I very much want Tau Ceti. But for now, I'm going to investigate with espionage to figure out how strong they are before I jump to a war. Right? We're researchers too. We're not stupid. We don't enter wars unless we think we can win them. So now the new focus is to try to colonize Brink. So let me do that. So spy on. What were they even called? Oh, and we have a new first contact protocol. Themlar. And colonize Brink. And obviously Brink is going to be renamed once we colonize it, but still. So here is their territory. They have about as much territory as I do, but they already have their second planet, which is, they're doing better than I am. I'll be blunt. And then we also just found a survey ship from Epsilon aliens, this direction. So it's possible that there's an enemy empire out this way, and it would be very, very good to get Tar Valum and Mythar before they get there. Or, again, I'll be pinned in. And I don't want to be stuck. So, Fanatical Purifiers, What's interesting is, instead of traditional wars, I only have end threat containment. Because they're a fanatical purifier, basically they can't engage in diplomacy at all. All they can do is they can declare war on people. And nobody's going to like them. So my relationship to them is negative 2,479. Basically, I could never, ever, ever, ever be friends with a fanatical purifier. It's impossible. It just can't be done. How many rival empires can there be? There can be up to 3. You can have up to 3 rivals. Alright, at this point, I should roll out a colony ship pretty soon, because we're getting close to brink. So I'm going to need 200 food, 200, what are they called? Consumer goods, and 200 alloys. So when I'm able, I will buy it. But before I do that, I'm going to have my construction ship double back and start to set up mining stations for the energy credits, because I'm also pretty low on energy credits. Now, one of the ways to save or to conserve energy credits is to dry dock my fleet, and currently they're heading in to do just that. Because my shipyard here has crew quarters, which makes it less expensive to upkeep a fleet if they're dry docked there. So I'm going to have them head home to get dry docked. Oh, I'm also going to pause the Yoda streamer cam. He's currently getting groomed right now, so there's, yeah, you shouldn't redeem that. So I'll pause that until he's back. Is the Empire symbol from Stargate? It does look Stargate-esque, for sure.
Space charts updated.
Chevron locked in, right?
Anomalous space-time continuum.
You also paused to pet Yoda? Thank you. Because, yeah, he's... You know, I can pet is, I call the fluffy one. Oh, we're making good inroads in figuring out Epsilon aliens, which is, these guys. Hi, baby. Come here. So people can see you. Goofball. Get over here. Just you now. So I could try to gather information. So what this does, and let me explain just a little bit of espionage. Currently, my maximum infiltration level is 50. I can build up my infiltration level up to 50, and gather information raises my maximum a little bit, but it does cost money. So I'm going to hold off on that because of the cost. Because I want to invest in a colony ship. I don't want to, you know, make any other investments in spying. What DLCs am I using? Should be in the title. Oh no, it isn't in the title. It's in the About command. This series is sponsored and all DLCs are enabled. Yep, it is in the About command. Oh, and... Okay, interesting enough, there is another set of aliens up here. The Zeta aliens. And they are going to be on the other side of the Themlar, so they're probably centered somewhere up here. What's interesting about that is, it's quite possible that they are going to be a natural enemy of the Themlar, or really everybody's going to be an enemy of the Themlar. So there might be an advantage to team up against the Themlar with those guys. So here we are, first colony ship, and I'm going to start to build outposts towards Brink so that we can add Brink. I just wanted my construction ship to mine some additional energy credits because we were a little low.
What have we here? Space charts updated.
Okay. Question for all of you. Should I continue to get Discovery? Or Add a new tradition. So I'll explain. When I complete discovery, get 5 out of 5. Right now I'm 2 out of 5. I'll get 10% research speed and an ascension perk. An ascension perk could be something powerful like 10% more research speed or 15% more monthly unity. Or I guess that's 10%. 10% more monthly unity. So that is the completion finisher, is an ascension perk and additional research speed. If I go for a new tradition, like let's say supremacy, I could immediately get naval capacity plus 20 and plus 20% army damage. So there is an advantage to finishing the traditions you start, and there's also a little bit of an adoption benefit to starting a new tradition. So it really depends on whether you think I should stay on discovery and try to get an ascension perk quicker, or if I need the benefit of another tradition. It's up to you. So I'm not going to pick here. I'll just leave this up for a minute. And then if you want me to add a new one, I'll write up the list and have you choose. What's the next discovery perk? The next discovery perk is that my scientists can level up higher, and I get research alternatives. So research alternatives, what it does is the selections of the tech that I can research at a given time is semi-random, and research alternatives means that it increases the random selection by 1. Gives me more choice into my research.
We grow ever stronger.
Okay, discover it is. Oh, I'm getting insulted by Themlar. Screw you too, buddy. So I'm surveying everything over here from Themlar. Just sort of assuming that I'm going to kill Themlar and take over all their territory. So then given that you voted for me to complete discovery, I'll just keep going. So the next one is that my leaders level up faster, and they have a higher level cap. Updated. And then the last one is that my researchers are cheaper to upkeep. Oh, run! So they're trying to set up an outpost at Devil's Maw, and if they do it before my scientist gets out of there, he gets booted from their territory because they undoubtedly have their territory closed to me. So I don't want him to be evicted. All right, let's continue down this way, because this looks like this system and this system looks like bottlenecks. And then my construction ship is heading towards Brink as fast as he can. What's this? Oh, yes. That would be the Zeta aliens. I'm not going to pivot what my envoys are doing. I want to build the spy network rather than to establish contact with the Zetas. The Zetas aren't going anywhere. But the spy network will slowly start to reveal information about their empire. Like empire strength and the like. So, important stuff. The colony ship is almost rolled off the line. I'm going to continue to add the corvettes. And then it's going to be important for me to add Brink to my territory before that colony ship is done. So the colony ship is going to enter the orbit of Brink, and we're waiting on this construction ship to finish these star bases. I think the two will happen roughly at the same time, so it should be fine. Oh, what got surveyed? Oh, Tekrum. Or Takhurum, or whatever it's called. So over here, I would like to know where the Epsilon aliens are located.
Here.
I haven't, okay, so they own this system here, because as you can see, they have an outpost. So I'm not going to bother surveying here, because I know that this is not going to be annexable. So then I'm going to explore over here to figure out if they're this way. And that will narrow it down whether they're here or... Well, they're not going to be out this way. So actually, almost certainly they started down here. Like, this is probably their origin world here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to beeline to their origin world to try to figure out where it is. And that way I can know where to try to bottleneck. So what's going to be really important is for me to get to Tar Valum before they do, because if they get there first, I can't go past it if they close their borders, which would limit me to only maybe about a dozen stars, which is fine. I know how to build tall. Building tall means to make an enormous amount of investments in a small territory, rather than building wide, which is to go everywhere. It's also a possibility that the Epsilon aliens aren't necessarily hostile, and if they're not hostile, it could be possible for them to actually be an ally. Even if we're going to become Galactic Emperor as a goal, it's, you know, useful to have allies on the way there. Oh, dang. Oh, boy, there's a huge ocean world here.
We grow ever stronger.
Carenza. Oh, my lord. That would be really good to own. Wills, congratulations. You are now a solar system. So I want Carenza. That would be really, really good. Having a size 24 ocean world. Count me in. That sounds amazing. I'm going to sell off a whole lot of consumer goods. I'm also going to sell off my food for alloys. And then at Small Street here, I'm going to create a starport. I'm creating a starport at Small Street because this is obviously a bottleneck. If you want to attack my empire's heart, you have to go through Small Street. But I'm not going to be putting a bastion.
There is new information in the situation.
Whoa, we did a precursor with you? Holy crap. That was actually really fast. It will be an anchorage. An anchorage station allows me to have more ships.
And we cannot fight this foe.
I'm almost at my ship max. So at Yad Bem, this is not their homeworld because this is a swarm of crystalline, enemies. So I don't know where their homeworld is. Maybe it's here. I'll keep poking around with this ship, trying to figure out where it is. Oh, and while I was surveying Zumatulon, they annexed it and booted my scientist out. So I'm not going to be able to do anything survey-wise up this way. I have been booted.
Our lookouts have detected an anomaly.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait, yeah, okay. This is, yeah, these are not hostiles. This is not another empire. I don't want to compete with Carenza if I can help it. It's gonna be a little while before I can get there. Wow, Kakata, thanks for all the gifted subs. I really appreciate it. Cheers. Stellaris is maybe not the most popular game that I play on my channel, so love for Stellaris means a lot. Flashbulb. For the Epsilon aliens, we have a choice. So, choice number 1 is to be cautious, and choice number 2 is to hack them. So the risk of hacking them is it might anger them. So when we establish proper communications, I might have a relationship penalty. Whereas being cautious just advances as business as usual. And as a little reminder, the Epsilon aliens are the ones that are found down in this section of the galaxy. Ah, Poetic Artist, thanks for the bits. Stellaris is one of the best games you ever sold me on. It's a really expensive game to own all the DLCs, for sure, but it's one of my favorite Grand Strategy 4X games. I have a deep love for space 4Xs, and there really hasn't been a good one to release in a long time. I checked them all out, or most of them, and I don't care for many of them. Stellaris I could keep coming back to. I don't know what it is about it, but it just is. Okay, so we're going to be hacking them. We must find out their secrets, and it looks like they are robots. Now, they're not determined exterminators, because if they were, they'd already be hostile to me. So they are hive-minded robots. Gestalt consciousness, but not determined exterminators. Just hostile. Just standard hostile. It'd be really funny if I was pinned between two fanatics. That would be interesting. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out where the heck they live. I think they live over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, you know, I'm going to beeline to where I think they live. And establish there. Alright, we're going to have the the space station at Brink. And Brink is going to be named... Would you kindly watch? Do you want me to call it Chelsea? I'm just going to call it Chelsea. Let me know if you want to rename it. Chelsea is good? Cool. And this will be Chelsea Prime. You're going to have a whole planet named after you.
What have we here?
So, colony ship to Chelsea Prime.
Project done. Not so special now, was it?
So, Tremontaine just got, even at level 2, which is crazy to me, got the Arassian precursor derelict cruiser done, which is pretty awesome. And right now what he's doing is he's going back through the territory that I've already annexed, and he is researching those anomalies. And then what I think I'm going to do is have this researcher that got booted out of Themlar's territory to survey the initial worlds that are around my homeworld to see if it's worth annexing. I'm sure it will be. I also have to keep an eye on my Empire Sprawl, because if my Empire Sprawl gets too big, okay, so here's the thing. There is something called Haunting Sea at Carenza, the ocean world that I found. The thing is, you cannot colonize planets that have an anomaly on it, so I'm going to have to solve that anomaly before I bother colonizing it. Or not bother, but before I go to the effort of colonizing it. But that's going to be a while, because I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stations to be researched. Okay, I am going to launch a gathering information campaign against the Themlar, because I had enough money to do that. And then let's go ahead and fill out our fleet of 20. So Skya Greystorm is going to go up to 20, which is my naval capacity. And then when Small Streets, this should be the Small Street, the Small Street Anchorage. When the Small Street Anchorage gets built, I can add to my fleet.
We grow ever stronger.
So there is the starbase, and I'm going to build anchorages here, and anchorages add to my total amount of ships that I can have without being taxed. Essentially, the game will allow you to go over your capacity. You just get incrementally taxed.
We grow ever
for how high you go beyond it. And I was right. I found their homeworld. Here it is. So this is Zero Prime, or whatever it is. What are they? I don't even know what they call their homeworld. But their homeworld was here, which is exactly what I thought it would be. So if that's the case, I'm going to survey around them to try to figure out if there's any really good systems around where they live to own. Come on, yeah. Thanks for the resub, and welcome, and hi. We also have a dig site here at Chelsea, yeah. Let's see if I can have more double meticulous. Oh, damn. I wanted to see if there was an archaeologist, but there isn't. It's fine.
Space charts updated.
All right, Carenza is finally fully surveyed. This surveyor is meticulous. Megahoof is meticulous, so I don't want him spending any time discovering the anomaly of Carenza. Speaking of Megahoof, dear Lord, my good man, cheers to you. Thanks for even more gifted subs. And all you new subs, you are eligible if you chat in chat for things to be named after you. And we unlocked coil guns, finally. I'm going to do Corvette hull points next. So with the new guns, let's go to the forget this temporary Corvette. We are going to put the coil guns in. The problem is, as you can see, I don't have enough power for it. I'm going to hold off on that because I am currently researching fusion reactors. So as soon as I get fusion reactors, I'll add the coil guns and the fusion reactors together. And that will solve the power problem. Now, if I didn't want to wait, one of the things I could do is I could change shields, which require power, for armor. But I would rather have 2 shields, 1 armor, and a better power reactor instead. Just to let you know that there's a choice. The weapon focus that we have is about 2/3 lasers, 1/3 kinetics. That's more or less the breakdown, which I like. That's probably meta as well, just by chance. Oh, and more aliens to contact. So this is a enclave. This is a I don't know what kind of enclave it is, but this is an enclave. It's not an enemy empire.
We grow ever stronger.
They're either trade enclave, research curator enclave, or artist enclave. One of those. So here's the researcher that got shot up by Themlar. So I'm going to have him repair his ship, and then he's going to be responsible for surveying the local sector. And then maybe I'll send him out to the archaeological site. You know, if there's time. So I'm getting Mythar now, and that will be renamed as well. Oh, and finally we got factions. So, this is the militarist faction. And they like when I am an overlord of someone and I have waged conquest, which I have not yet done. And then soon I should have another faction of materialists, which is, you know, science. And they are going to want me to have research agreements with 3 foreign empires, which I tend not to do if I'm ahead of the research curve comparatively. So we'll see if I even bother. Chances are I won't. Oh, and the Polytechnic education. So now my leaders level up faster. So here, as you can see, as a modifier, we have 25% experience gain, and we can also go up to level 8. And then I believe Polytechnic also applies to all leaders. So our governors will level up faster, and they can go up to 6. Our admiral will level faster, he'll go up to 7. So it benefits all leaders, which is great. You love this community? Yeah, I'm lucky. You guys are amazing. So, ooh, gigantic skeleton. Let's investigate. Where is this?
Ledger of situations amended.
Byron 3?
We grow ever stronger.
Byron, did you know you have gigantic bones in your closet? That sounds wrong. Randall Thor, thanks for all the gifted subs as well. Dear Lord. So many.
Research complete.
And fusion reactors got researched. A part of me says physics research from researchers would be great, as would zero-G laboratories, but knowing that I'm in a somewhat hot war with a neighbor, blue lasers is really bang for my buck. I don't believe I have a particle researcher, I don't. So, yeah. But that brings me to an upgrade. So let's go ahead and it will automatically upgrade. So I have the auto upgrade thing clicked here, which means that anytime there's an improvement to be made, it will automatically get applied. So the reason it wasn't applied previously is I didn't have enough power for it without adding a reactor booster, because that was another alternative, but that makes the ships more expensive. So the Repo class ships are getting better. So we're going from tier 1 mass drivers to tier 2 mass drivers and tier 1 fission reactor to fusion reactors. Thank you for tuning in to Stellaris Aquatics, the Cetusian Imperium, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 11th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you were looking for a series that had a bit more tutorial in it, I do have a series on YouTube, How to Play Stellaris, and that one is going to fill you in a lot more on the finer details. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you for supporting the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow ocean friends.